Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the WCW Worldwide Review Series for the 30th of January, 1993. Basically, they start with a promo with Douglas and Pillman. Douglas has been jumped out. His head is still wrapped up from, I guess, previous week's affairs, apparently. We move into that particular version of things. Paul Orndorff is up first, and he has returned to WCW not too terribly long ago. That leads to Orndorff promising that he would fight Sting, but here he's going to face the Z-Man Tom Zink. Decent match just a few years ago. Can only imagine that the match would have been a little bit better. Although Paul is coming back to pretty well peak shape, maybe not 1987 shape, but close to it. Armbar by Zink. Zink has been tagging with Johnny Gunn around the area, and Orndorff eventually goes to the top rope, hits a top rope elbow drop on Zink, and goes straight at his adversary. Actually, that even makes the highlight reel for the replay that follows soon thereafter, followed by a pile driver and a win for Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Eric Bischoff does the WCW magazine thing. We still see Great Muta highlights from Japan, mainly the moonsault, because at the time the moonsault wasn't a move done by every person wearing a t-shirt and a pair of tennis shoes. So Vader and goes into an enhancement talent match here, obviously headed towards the Super Brawl 3 event, where Ric Flair returned. Harley Race on the outside, Vader doing some stalking and posing and hard forearms and the like. Vader with a, fireman's carry into a Samoan drop type maneuver. Harley Race keeps things going his way. Samoan drop from Vader doesn't look like a fun fall. Anyway, Vader with a choke slam and a power bomb and a 1-2-3. Vader doesn't need much energy to get through his run of being a decent guy. We see Vader get laid out by Cactus Jack with a shovel, and Paul Orndorff as well. That is after the or before the Thunderdome cage match where same thing happens. Big metal shovel by Cactus Jack, and they highlight that for a couple of minutes. Cactus Jack now a babyface, although a begrudging one at this point in his personal professional wrestling journey. Doing the Mr. Bang Bang thing and hits a couple of leg drops across the throat on the bottom rope by Cactus. He does the track smash followed by the big double arm DDT and a victory. He promises to take out anybody who gets in his way, but that is not limited to Paul Orndorff. Then they do, and I have covered this before, but the White Castle of Fear vignette runs about 5 minutes, which is completely ridiculous on a hour show with commercials. Probably cut down to about 39 minutes, at least this episode. Hard shots by Max Payne against an enhancement talent. As he basically does a couple body slams, takes him down, and away we go into a situation where he hits the painkiller armbar. Can't believe an armbar is a finish. Flying Brian and Steve Austin up next in the main event of the program. Given about 10 minutes, both guys have towels around their necks, and Douglas and Steamboat are their opponents for the day. They've been warring for a while, and obviously Douglas and Steamboat had laid them out from, Pillman and Austin laid them out from previous weeks before, hence the pre-match promo talked about earlier in this episode. Cut off on Steve Austin for several minutes, jumping on the arm, going to the arm a couple of times. Pillman comes in and tries to cut off Douglas, doesn't work. Steamboat comes in, exchanging chops with his adversary. Steamboat comes back in with Austin. This time Austin tries to get a pinfall attempt. Match worth going out of your way to see. Only 10 minutes in nature, but they are all action in 10 minutes without goofy spots. sunset flip by the Dragon. Doesn't get all he wants on it, but gets enough to pull his man over. And basic stuff there. Tries the double leg, does. Steamboat doesn't get all he wants on it, trying to get over to make the tag. Pillman comes back in, foot up into the face of his adversary. Pillman to the second rope on the inside, goes for a leap and runs right across the knees of his adversary here. Attempted to roll up there, and Pillman tries the air Pillman, gets an illegal move, and Pillman pins Shane Douglas for the win. And the non-title win, I do believe, for Pillman and Austin moves us forward as they are soon to be your tag team champions. The attempted roll-up by Shane Douglas. Pillman comes in from behind. Air Pillman, almost a bulldog, overshoots him. Doesn't look good, especially on the replay, but gets enough to get a victory for Pillman and Austin as we go forward into the month of February here in WCW land. We'll be back with more right after this.